Greetings, fellow Tekken and fighting game enthusiasts. Today, we're embarking on an exhilarating journey into the heart of the Fighterverse, delving deep into the enigmatic world of one of Tekken's most iconic and beloved characters, Kazuya Mishima. Buckle up as we unravel the intricate tapestry of his origins, traverse the tumultuous timeline of his storied existence, and uncover the complex dynamics of his relationships, from fatherhood with his son to the mysterious love he shares with Jun Kazama. This video promises to be a comprehensive exploration of the many facets that make Kazuya Mishima an unforgettable force within the Tekken universe. Without further ado, let me welcome you to the Fighterverse. Kazuya's name is made up of two parts, Kazu and Ya, or Hachi. Kazu is derived from Kazumi, his mother's name, and Ya, or Hachi, is from Heihachi, his father's name. In the Japanese kanji, the number 1 is associated with Kazu, and 8 is associated with Ya, or Hachi. Interestingly, all Mishima family names end with Ya or Hachi, such as Jinpachi and Heihachi. Therefore, Kazuya's name is a combination of elements from both his parents' names, symbolizing his connection to his family lineage and heritage within the Mishima family. Now here's an interesting fact about Kazuya. The distinctive red glow on Kazuya Mishima's left eye is commonly attributed to the presence of the devil gene. This genetic anomaly, associated with supernatural powers, manifests in Kazuya's case as a striking red eye. The origins of this phenomenon remain intriguing, and there are two plausible explanations. One possibility is linked to the devil gene itself, suggesting that the red eye is a direct manifestation of the extraordinary powers coursing through Kazuya. Another theory points towards the reconstruction process by G Corporation, especially considering that the red eye first emerged in Tekken 4. This implies that the corporation's interventions may have influenced or triggered the transformation. It's worth noting that the red eye isn't exclusive to Kazuya. Devil Jin, another character influenced by the devil gene, also displays moments of red eye intensity. I bet you didn't know this one. During Kazuya Mishima's younger years in Tekken and Tekken 2, it was mentioned that he had a penchant for collecting sneakers. Surprisingly, this passion has endured into his later years, as confirmed by Harada. In the Tekken 8 trailer, Kazuya's vast sneaker collection was unveiled for the first time. The walk-in wardrobe showcased a staggering display, with shoes stacked from floor to ceiling, estimating an impressive collection of approximately 3,540 pairs. Do you ever wonder where Kazuya might have been inspired by? While it's noted that Kazuya Mishima shares a family name with the late Japanese author Yukio Mishima, any resemblance in character design is not a result of direct physical modeling. Harada, the creator, confirmed that no Tekken characters were intentionally modeled after living individuals. Pay attention to the details of this next one. In Kazuya's Tekken 4 prologue, it's mentioned that G Corporation retrieved his body shortly after he was thrown into a volcano. However, the resurrection process seems to have taken an extended period, likely spanning at least 15 years. This prolonged duration is suggested by the fact that Devil, Kazuya's other half, continues seeking out another host with the devil gene during this time. The critical turning point in this timeline occurred when Jin Kazama's mother went missing, prompting Devil to establish a connection with Jin at the age of 15. This implies that if Kazuya had been successfully resurrected before this juncture, there was a significant likelihood that Devil would have reunited with this original host. Devil's primary goal revolves around merging with its other half, and the timing of events surrounding Jin's adolescence underscores the complexity and timing of the Devil Gene's machinations in the Tekken storyline. In the twisted tale of Kazuya Mishima, his journey into darkness takes a chilling turn. In the enigmatic prologue of Tekken 4, we learn that Kazuya willingly dove headfirst into the abyss of G Corporation's experimentation. Picture this, a man with a complex history of family feuds and demonic possession, voluntarily signing up for who knows what in the name of power. But the story doesn't stop there. Brace yourself for the psychological roller coaster that is Devil Within, Tekken 5's Dark Descent. Deep within the ominous bowels of G Corporation's clandestine labs, imagine stumbling upon testing chambers that defy sanity. What awaits you? A surreal scene straight out of a horror flick. A child's bedroom, frozen in time, haunted by the eerie presence of multiple clones of the indomitable Heihachi Mishima. It's as if Kazuya's nightmares materialized in the form of these disturbing experiments, leaving players to grapple with the unsettling notion that G Corporation is not just in the business of genetic manipulation, but also crafting unsettling replicas of family patriarchs. The Mishima legacy takes a detour into the macabre, making you question the sanity of willingly subjecting oneself to such a nightmarish journey. Here's a bonus one. Did you know that Kazuya's fighting prowess in the virtual arena draws inspiration from the electrifying Shotokan style of karate? With lightning-fast strikes and explosive kicks, he's like a human storm unleashing a symphony of martial arts mayhem. Whether he's pummeling opponents with his Mishima-style moves or soaring through the air like a martial arts maestro, Kazuya brings a dynamic and thrilling flavor to the world of virtual combat, all thanks to the adrenaline-pumping influence of Shotokan karate. It's not just a fighting style, it's a spectacle of power and finesse. The spotlight of the Tekken lore falls on none other than Jun Kazama, a character who has been conspicuously absent from the Tekken universe for almost 3 decades. clocking in over 1 million views within a mere 24 hours. It's evident that Jun's return trailer is a momentous occasion for the fan base. Having last graced the Tekken stage in 1995's Tekken 2, her reappearance raises a myriad of questions and speculations, especially considering her prolonged absence from the mainline games. With the anticipation reaching a fever pitch, fans are eager to uncover the untold chapters of Jun Kazama's story, as this unexpected comeback promises to unravel some of the series' most enduring mysteries. Diving into the enigmatic realms of Tekken 8, Jun Kazama's unexpected return emerges as a crucial puzzle piece, poised to illuminate the shadows shrouding her mysterious connection with Kazuya Mishima. Although Jun has graced only one main Tekken game so far, her significance is far from trivial. Initially dispatched to apprehend Kazuya in Tekken 2, the narrative takes a compelling twist as Jun becomes pregnant with Jin Kazama, the offspring of their tumultuous union, yet is a topic of fervent debate among fans. In Tekken 2, Jun's recognition of Kazuya's devil gene-infused powers fuels her desires to liberate him from the darkness within. While this scenario sets the stage for a potential romance, the game adds layers of complexity. Jun finds herself drawn to Kazuya in ways that defy explanation, creating an intricate dance of attraction that neither she nor the player can entirely comprehend. The game emphasizes that her feelings are beyond her control, yet the years have seen the Jun-Kazuya dynamic become a fan favorite. Although Kachiro Harada, Tekken's director, previously stated in Japanese that Kazuya never saw Jun as his wife, recent tweets from Harada suggest that Jun's return will yield considerable influence over Kazuya, sparking curiosity about the unexpected turns their relationship may take. When her son, Jin Kazama, was a teenager, Ogre attacked Jun and Jin's home, leaving their house completely destroyed, and Jin alone, as Jun was nowhere to be found. Since then, many fans have assumed Jun to be dead, which has given quite a bit of weight to Ogre's position in the game as an antagonist. However, throughout the years, Harada has insisted that no one has ever confirmed or denied that Jun was dead, only that she was missing. This has certainly come to be the case, as with Tekken 8, Jun finally returns. That being said, many fans are undoubtedly already speculating as to what happened the day that Jun disappeared. Since she wasn't killed by Ogre and seemed to have escaped, fans are likely wondering how she was able to get away and where she's been since that fateful day, if not by her son's side. There has been a significant amount of time that Jun has been missing, and since it's been so long, there are a lot of questions as to what exactly she's been up to, if she's been aware of what's been going on in the world of Tekken, and why she hasn't reappeared until now. To find out that Kazuya loves Jun and has a part of the overall lore of Tekken 8's story, we have to ask an important question. Do Kazuya and Jun love each other? Short answer, perhaps in the past, but there's no evidence in the present. It's a loaded question with a complicated answer. Kazuya and Jun would have a 22-year history when they reunite again in Tekken 8. In Tekken 2, the most official sources are consistent that 1. Jun had an emotional and spiritual impact on Kazuya. 2. Kazuya rejected redemption and Jun failed to save him. Harada's tweet implies that Kazuya does not see his experience with Jun favorably. Kazuya still doesn't like Jun and sees it as a moment of weakness or mystery. Kazuya is consistently described as someone who discarded his humanity, has made no effort to find Jun in the last 20 years, cold and apathetic to his son Jin, and sees the Kazama blood as a threat. Based on this information, it's fair to conclude there is no evidence that Kazuya still harbors any kind of affection for Jun as of Tekken 8. It's interesting to note that Jin's name shares the same kanji with Jinpachi, a family member that Kazuya loved. If Kazuya and Jun shared intimate personal details with one another, then Jin's name could have been inspired out of those moments. However, this might not be what happened, and Jin was named by developers just because it resembled Jun's name. On Jun's side, while her desire to save Kazuya is clear, there's also no evidence of lingering feelings. If Jun had a positive experience with Kazuya, wouldn't it make sense that she speaks of him favorably to Jin? But so far, there's nothing in canon telling us how Jun approached the subject of Kazuya to her son. Jin also doesn't have any notion that his father is redeemable. In the Tekken 3 manual, Jin seems to know who his father is by the time he went to Heihachi to train. However, in all of the other games, there was too little information. In the Tekken Bloodline anime, Jun refuses to talk about Kazuya. However, this is assuming the games will be consistent. It's possible they will pull a Tekken 7 and retcon all the past information given to us.
In the world of Tekken, the father and son duo, Kazuya Mishima and Jin Kazama, don't exactly set the best example for family harmony. These central figures in the Tekken franchise, alongside Kazuya's father Heihachi, have been embroiled in conflict since the series began. The recent Tekken 8 debut showcases a monumental battle between Jin and Kazuya, emphasizing the ongoing intensity of their complex relationship. Throughout Tekken's 7 main installments, the paths of Jin, Kazuya, and Heihachi have repeatedly crossed, Despite occasional alliances, their family dynamic remains fraught with tension. Heihachi's relentless pursuit of power and Kazuya and Jun's unwavering drive for revenge have kept the Mishima family embroiled in conflict for over 25 years. With Heihachi's presumed demise hinting at a departure from a tradition in Tekken 8, the stage is set for the climatic resolution of Jun and Kazuya's enduring rivalry. At the tender age of 5, he stumbled upon the shocking truth that his own father, Heihachi, had murdered his mother, Kasumi. Fueled by rage, Kazuya confronted Heihachi, only to be brutally defeated and thrown off a cliff. Heihachi, fearing a mysterious genetic curse known as the Devil Gene, believed that a near-death experience might unlock its dark powers within Kazuya. To everyone's surprise, the Devil Gene did awaken in Kazuya, allowing him to survive the fall. Under Heihachi's harsh training, Kazuya's formidable strength grew. In the first King of Iron Fist tournament, Kazuya emerged victorious, finally getting revenge on his father by tossing him off a cliff. However, in Tekken 2, Kazuya's inner demons began to surface. His tumultuous relationship with Jin Kazama triggered a struggle for control between his humanity and the Devil Gene. Seizing the opportunity, Heihachi returned to defeat his son in the tournament's final. In a shocking turn of events, Heihachi then airlifted Kazuya and dropped him into a volcano, seemingly ending his life. Yet Kazuya's legacy lived on. Unknown to Heihachi, Kazuya had passed the Devil Gene to his unborn son Jin, setting the stage for a new chapter in the Mishima's family turbulent saga. Now this is where the rivalry begins. Following Jin Kazama's birth, his mother, Jun, adopted a reclusive lifestyle in the mountains, aiming to protect them from the looming threat of his father, Kazuya. Sensing the imminent danger posed by Ogre, a formidable supernatural being, Jun revealed Jin's true origins and instructed him to seek out his grandfather Heihachi if something were to happen to her. Unfortunately, Jun's premonitions proved accurate, and after Ogre took her life, Jin was left with a burning desire for revenge. To hone his skills and prepare for challenges ahead, Jin sought training under his estranged grandfather, Heihachi, mastering the Mishima-style karate. The culmination of his efforts came to light in the third King of Iron Fist tournament during the events of Tekken 3. Jin emerged victorious by defeating Ogre, only to be betrayed in a shocking turn of events. Heihachi, driven by his own selfish motives, shot Jin in the head. This treacherous act triggered the awakening of Jin's dormant Devil Gene, unleashing a dark power within him. Fueled by a newfound determination for revenge, Jin swore to confront the twisted legacy of his family and settle the score with those who had wronged him. The Mishima family saga continued, with Jin becoming a central figure in the ongoing struggle for power and redemption. In Tekken 4, after many years of separation, Kazuya encountered his son Jin in a lab where Heihachi aimed to extract the Devil Gene from Jin for his own ambitious plans. Despite Kazuya's ability to momentarily subdue and control his inner devil, Jin ultimately unleashed his formidable power. In a fierce confrontation, Jin defeated both his father and grandfather, leaving them behind as he disappeared into the night. In the aftermath of this clash, Kazuya assumed the role of CEO at the enigmatic G Corporation. Tensions escalated further when Jin took control of Heihachi's Mishima Saibatsu. The power struggle between father and son continued to unfold in Tekken 6, with Jin grappling with internal conflicts related to his own demonic powers. In a drastic move, Jin declared war on the world, targeting corrupt governments and seeking to eradicate the Devil Gene by awakening the ancient demon Azazel. As Jin's Mishima Saibatsu clashed with Kazuya's G Corporation, a full-scale war erupted. The two powerful organizations stood up on opposite sides of the conflict, with Kazuya leading G Corporation in a bid to stop Jin's destructive path. The Mishima family's complex and tumultuous history continued to shape the fate of the world, with each member battling for supremacy and control over the legacy of the Devil Gene. In Tekken 7, seizing the opportunity, Heihachi, who had been lurking in the shadows, reclaimed control of the Mishima Saibatsu. However, this did not bring an end to the ongoing war, as the relentless pursuit between Kazuya and Heihachi persisted. The feud between father and son escalated to its zenith in Tekken 7, culminating in a spectacular showdown atop an active volcano. In a climatic twist, Kazuya gained the upper hand and triumphed by sending his father plummeting into the molten lava below, seemingly ending Heihachi's tumultuous reign. With Heihachi's removal, the stage is set for a new chapter in the Mishima saga. Jin, discovered and nursed back to health by his allies, emerged from the shadows, vowing to avenge the actions of his father. As Tekken 8 looms in the horizon, it seems that the age-old Mishima feud might finally be approaching its resolution. The question remains whether this next installment will serve as the arena for Jin and Kazuya to settle their long-standing score once and for all.
The Mishima family's origins can be traced back to the Heian period in Japan, where they were originally a warrior clan that served the emperor. In more recent times, the family built an industrial empire that specialized in providing military resources to Japan during World War II. Jinpachi Mishima, the patriarch of the family, later shifted the focus of the family's corporation away from the military and towards martial arts training. He created his own style of karate, the Mishima-style fighting karate, which he taught to his son Heihachi and a young girl named Kazumi, who belonged to a family of secret assassins known as the Hachijo clan. It was during this time that Kazumi and Heihachi fell in love and eventually got married, later having a son named Kazuya Mishima. Jinpachi was also involved in the training of Kazuya, who he had a close relationship with. However, after Jinpachi was imprisoned and Kazumi was killed, Heihachi became the sole teacher of Kazuya and his adopted son Lee Chaolan. He was a harsh and unforgiving teacher, instilling in them a philosophy of survival of the fittest, where the only thing that mattered in a fight was who was left standing. After Kazumi's failed assassination attempt on Heihachi, she feared that both her husband and son, Kazuya, would become a threat to the world. To prevent this, she asked Akuma, whom she had once saved, to promise to kill them if she failed to do so. Heihachi forcibly took control of the family corporation from Jinpachi and imprisoned him underneath Honmaru after Jinpachi staged a coup to regain control. In the same year, Kazumi was killed by Heihachi after her second failed assassination attempt. Heihachi initially believed Kazumi suffered from a split personality disorder, but she later revealed her devil form and her mission to kill him in order to protect the world. A 5-year-old Kazuya witnessed his mother's death at the hands of his father, and Heihachi beat him near a cliff. Believing that Kazuya might have the same illness as his mother, Heihachi threw him off the cliff. After surviving the fall, Kazuya climbed back up and Heihachi continued to raise him. Heihachi adopted Lee Chaolan as a rival for Kazuya, hoping to motivate Kazuya to become stronger. He discovered Lee's fighting skills and reflexes while watching him fight on the streets of a Chinese city. Heihachi's tough education of both sons inspired a lasting hatred towards him, which Kazuya and Lee still harbor to this day. Years later, Heihachi had a child named Lars Alexandersson with a Swedish woman to ensure that he was no longer involved in the transmission of the devil gene. Lars did not show any signs of carrying the gene, which ended Heihachi's interest in him. After winning the first King of Iron Fist tournament and defeating his father Heihachi, Kazuya took over the Mishima Zaibatsu and organized the second tournament. During this time, he met Jun Kazama and fathered a son with her, Jin, who also possessed the devil gene. However, Kazuya was defeated by Heihachi at the end of the second tournament and was seemingly killed. 15 years later, Jin sought out Heihachi to help him become stronger and seek revenge against his mother's killer. Heihachi trained Jin for 4 years, and they had a better relationship than Heihachi had had with his own sons. However, Heihachi eventually shot Jin in the head, triggering the awakening of his devil gene and turning him into Devil Jin. Jin became determined to undo the evil associated with the Mishima name and fought against his father and grandfather in subsequent tournaments. After defeating his great-grandfather Jinpachi, Jin took over the Mishima Zaibatsu, but became a tyrant. His uncle Lars and Heihachi's adopted son Lee Chaolan led a coup against him, and they now seek to use Jin to end the global war between the Mishima Zaibatsu, now led by Jin, and G Corporation, led by Kazuya. Heihachi was killed in a fight against Kazuya. Tekken 7 was intended to be the culmination of the Mishima clan saga, providing answers to long-standing questions about the family's history. While the game did deliver on this promise to some extent by concluding the conflict between Heihachi and Kazuya, the saga itself still persists, with Kazuya taking on the role of the primary antagonist. Despite Heihachi's death, the Mishima family's story remains unfinished, and the events of Tekken 7 set the stage for further developments and conflicts within the clan. As such, fans of the series can look forward to more dramatic confrontations and plot twists in the future. The Mishima family is comprised of several prominent leaders: Jinpachi Mishima, the father of Heihachi and grandfather of Kazuya and Lars; Heihachi Mishima, the son of Jinpachi, husband of Kazumi, and father of Kazuya, Lee, and Lars, passed away in Tekken 7. Kazumi Mishima, Heihachi's wife and Kazuya's mother, died before the events of the Tekken series. Kazuya Mishima, the grandson of Jinpachi, son of Heihachi and Kazumi, and adopted brother of Lee and half-brother of Lars, is also the father of Jin. Lee Chaolan, Heihachi's adopted son and Kazuya's adopted brother, is Jin's uncle. Lars Alexandersson, Heihachi's illegitimate son and Kazuya's half-brother, is also Jin's uncle. Jin Kazama, the great-grandson of Jinpachi, grandson of Heihachi and Kazumi, son of Kazuya and Jun, and nephew of Lee and Lars, took his mother's family name as he was raised by her. And that's a wrap on our exploration of the Mishima family tree. From Jinpachi to Jin, this family's story is one of epic battles, family drama, and powerful legacies.
Akuma is a fierce warrior in Tekken, with a reputation for being aggressive, proud, and honorable. He is constantly training to become stronger, and holds those who are weak in contempt. Akuma has a serious demeanor and rarely smiles, preferring to battle only formidable opponents with great potential for strength, such as Ryu. He despises any interference in his training and approaches fights with intense focus, whether holding back or going all out. In conversations with other fighters, Akuma often discusses their fighting styles and compares them to his own. He has a deep-seated hatred for Goken, as he believes his fellow martial artist is not using their fighting style as it was intended, and for sealing off the Satsui no Hado within Ryu. Akuma prefers to fight alone and is fiercely independent. In the Tekken story, Akuma is an enigmatic fighter, known to some as a demonic presence in the battlefield. He becomes embroiled in the ongoing Mishima family feud due to a pre-existing relationship with Kasumi Mishima. And who is Kasumi Mishima? Well, Kasumi Mishima is the deceased wife of Heihachi Mishima, as well as the daughter-in-law of the late Jinpachi Mishima. She is also the mother of Kazuya Mishima. And what is her involvement with Akuma, you may ask? Well, in Tekken 7, Fated Retribution, Akuma's revealed trailer shows that Kasumi Mishima has a dark side to her personality. She orders Akuma to kill her husband if she fails to do so herself, and also order him to kill her son Kazuya. In a story trailer narrated by Kasumi, it becomes clear that her primary concern is the safety of her young son, as she fears Heihachi will harm him when he discovers Kasumi's own powers. The trailer also suggests that Heihachi is responsible for much of the destruction that follows, including the evil actions of Kazuya and Jin. Kasumi tells Akuma that Heihachi must be killed to prevent him from causing further harm to innocent people in the future. Kasumi's antagonism towards her husband is further emphasized in her devil form, where she becomes hostile towards him and taunts him for marrying her in the first place. This is due to her family's plot to kill Heihachi, which has led a deep-seated resentment towards him. As the story of Tekken 7 unfolds, it is revealed that Kasumi did indeed love her new family, despite her initial intentions to kill Heihachi. However, she is torn by her loyalty to the Hachiyo clan, whose purpose is to monitor and eliminate individuals who become too power-hungry and pose a threat to society. This inner conflict leaves Kasumi emotionally conflicted and struggling to reconcile her love for her family with her duty to the clan. The Hachiyo clan, descendants of demonic blood, have been operating from Kyoto for thousands of years, remaining hidden in the shadows. Their primary mission is to eliminate those who pose a threat to the world, using their powers to maintain peace and order. Kasumi's love for her husband and son is evident, but she also recognizes the greater good and is willing to sacrifice them for the betterment of the world. She foresees that they would both follow an evil path if she fails in her mission, and is prepared to make the difficult decision to stop them. As Heihachi takes over his father's corporation and begins to show signs of power hunger, Kasumi realizes that her family's predictions were true. Despite her reluctance to embrace her devil form, delaying her mission to kill Heihachi only makes stronger its hold on her, causing her to fall ill frequently. It remains unclear whether Kasumi immediately made the choice to kill Heihachi, or if her devil form took control and made the decision for her. After witnessing the destruction caused by an air raid on a city, Akuma heads to the Mishima dojo to confront his target, Heihachi Mishima. However, their fight is interrupted by an army of Jack 6 robots sent by Kazuya Mishima. The two warriors team up to defeat the robots, and Akuma reveals that he was sent by Kasumi to kill both Heihachi and Kazuya. Akuma explains that he waited until Heihachi became stronger to fulfill the promise. After defeating Heihachi and destroying the Mishima dojo, Akuma heads to the top of the G Corporation tower to confront Kazuya. Akuma gains the upper hand in the fight, forcing Kazuya to transform into his devil form. However, their fight is interrupted by Heihachi, who had faked his death and fires a power laser from a space satellite, destroying the tower. Despite the attack, Akuma survives and confronts Kazuya again in a volcanic pit. The two engage in an intense fight, with Kazuya transforming into his full devil form. The battle reaches its climax when Akuma fires a Hadouken at Kazuya's devil beam attack, resulting in the destruction of the volcanic surroundings. The final outcome of the fight is unclear, but it is known that Kazuya remains the head of G Corporation and is still at odds with Jin Kazama. In the climatic battle between the father and son, Kazuya emerges victorious, apparently killing Heihachi.
To start this episode, we are going to delve in the concept of the devil gene in Tekken. In the world of Tekken, an ancient force known as the devil gene weaves a tale of supernatural power and inherent darkness. It courses through the veins of warriors like Kazuya and his son Jin, manifesting as a genetic abnormality that grants them demonic abilities and a haunting predisposition for malevolence. The origins of this malevolent gene trace back to Kazuya's mother, the enigmatic Kazumi Mishima. A turbulent chapter in the Mishima family's history unfolded when Heihachi, Kazumi's former spouse, was forced to take her life in self-defense. She had harbored a clandestine agenda to assassinate him, a revelation that cast shadows over their familial ties. The aftermath of this tragic event left an indelible mark on young Kazuya's soul. Fueled by an innate desire for retribution, even at the tender age of 5, he resolved to confront the man who had taken his mother from him. In the eyes of this determined child, facing a formidable adversary like Heihachi seemed not only justifiable but necessary to avenge his mother. As fate would have it, Kazuya's audacious attempt to avenge his mother ended in predictable failure. Heihachi, the seasoned warrior and father, emerged victorious in their brutal confrontation. Predictably to everyone but Heihachi himself, Kazuya survived the fall. The hatred for Heihachi was enough to awaken the demonic power that was lying dormant inside of him, making him insanely powerful but at the cost of his innocence, which is how he became what we see today. In a bit of information, that fall is the reason Kazuya has that scar in his chest. In the Mishima family story, there was a prophecy about 3 important people: Heihachi, Kazuya, and Jin Kazama. They were like 3 stars that were supposed to clash and cause a big, world-shaking fight. Kazumi, who was part of the family, believed this prophecy. She thought that if she could stop Heihachi, she could prevent this disastrous clash from happening. It wasn't about revenge or power for her, she just wanted to change the family's destiny. So, she tried to kill Heihachi with this goal in mind. But later, she realized that the prophecy included her son Kazuya and grandson Jin as well. She faced a tough choice because she wanted to save the world from the chaos these clashes would bring. So, basically, the Mishima family is a fucked up family. Kazuya always had this predisposition for evil, and being raised by such a cold-hearted and abusive dad like Heihachi didn't help. While there are some who think that he became evil after Tekken 1-inch, the game only tries to make the player believe that Kazuya's journey for vengeance is a righteous one. After all, how could it not be? He is the protagonist and the good guy, right? Well, let's delve into this part of Kazuya's story. After triumphing over Heihachi and tossing him off a cliff, Kazuya seized control of the Mishima Zaibatsu and revealed his true intentions: world domination. His actions surpassed even Heihachi's ruthlessness. The only glimmer of goodness in Kazuya's life was Jun Kazama, Jin's mother. Sadly, even her influence couldn't redeem him. At this point, Kazuya isn't just a villain, he's become a power-hungry monster with an insatiable desire for domination. So you see, his upbringing and the past trauma as a child caused him to be the way he's now. So this is what I think. I would say that there is still humanity in Kazuya, but it's buried deep and twisted around with hate. You can see it all throughout Tekken 7. He's not just fighting Heihachi for world domination, he's fighting him because he hates him. Heihachi killed his mom, Heihachi abused him, seemingly never loved him. Kazuya is still reeling from his own father basically betraying him when he was a child, and what's more human than that? An important factor in Kazuya's personality is the influence of the devil gene. It corrupts him, warps his personality. It did the same to Kazumi, and it's doing the same to Jin now. Up until Tekken 4 it manifested as an alternate personality, and by the end of that game it was engraved into his very being. In Tekken 1 Kazuya was still a heroic figure. In Tekken 2 he was sliding into evil because of the devil gene, but he was conflicted, he was fighting it. That's what Jun saw in him, and that's why Heihachi was able to defeat him. By Tekken 4 the bitterness of losing everything to Heihachi again clearly pushed him over the edge. He started embracing the devil gene's powers, even absorbing his split personality. This was pretty much the turning point that pushed him into pure evil territory. Even then, there have been glimpses of humanity. His interactions with Jinpachi in T5 aren't canon, but they're indicative of how he'd act in that situation. He's reverent, respectful and even loving towards Jinpachi, even if the allure of power ultimately outweighs that. Even at the end of T7, he's not happy or triumphant after finally getting his revenge on Heihachi, just empty.
Angel takes on the appearance of a human woman featuring striking white feathered wings. With blue eyes and blonde hair neatly pulled into a bun, she wears a tiara adorned with a gemstone that can emit lasers. Dressed in white attire, her earlier costumes included a sleeveless top tied at the waist, 3/4 length pants, and leg cross sandals, reminiscent of ancient Greek or Roman fashion. Drawing inspiration from antiquity, Angel's design includes a toga, notably showcased in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Adding to her ensemble, she often sports an olive branch, a symbol associated with victory and peace in ancient Greek culture. In TTT2, Angel incorporates military imagery, sporting armored gauntlets for added flair. In her personality, Angel, a character shrouded in mystery throughout the series, exudes an elusive aura. Despite her heavenly appearance, a stark contrast emerges when she engages in combat, revealing a brutal and almost terrifying side. Beneath the veneer of grace and elegance lies a dual nature, where Angel can transform into a wild, shrieking force. Functioning as a celestial being, Angel's mission is to aid those tainted by evil. Her graceful presence and powers of light serve as a counterforce against malevolent influences, purifying those ensnared by dark forces. In direct opposition to Devil, Angel consistently acts to save others, embodying the antithesis of her demonic counterpart. However, this serene exterior occasionally gives way to ferocious and violent outbursts, making her a bit of a complex character. To go deeper to understand the depths of this mysterious character, let us delve into the origins of this exceptional being. With scant details about its origin, Angel becomes particularly intriguing due to its involvement in the battle against the Devil, demonstrating a commitment to rescuing Kazuya Mishima's soul. Angel made her initial appearance without a detailed storyline, except for the premise that she engages in a cosmic struggle with the Devil over Kazuya's soul. Originally conceived as a palette swap and direct clone of Devil, Angel was seemingly positioned as a manifestation of the goddess within Kazuya. The Tekken 2 biography hinted at the notion that, when observing Kazuya, some individuals perceived Angel, while others saw Devil. Despite this earlier interpretation, Kachiro Harada later clarified that Angel is not an integral part of Kazuya's soul, introducing a twist to the character's conceptual origins. In the first version of Tekken 2's origins, Angel's existence is intricately tied to Devil's influence. Ensnared by the Devil, Kazuya's appearance undergoes a transformation, appearing as either a pitch-black devil or the radiant rays of an angel, depending on the observer. In the second version, despite Kazuya seemingly succumbing to a darkened heart, there remains a glimmer of goodness within him. Angel steps into the fray, engaging in a battle against the devil to rescue Kazuya. In the conclusion, Angel perches on the edge of a skyscraper, gazing into the night sky. Suddenly, she leaps into the fog below, surrounded by 10 original fighters racing through her thoughts. 10 skeletal hands interlock in a circle, seemingly forming a pact. Devil emerges, encircled by winged skeletons. Breaking through this imagery, Angel soars into the moonlit sky, gathering orbs of light in her hand before releasing them into the night. In the Tekken Tag Tournament, Angel is a playable character. In her ending, Angel kneels beside the unconscious Devil, touching his forehead, resulting in a flash of light. The scene transitions to Kazuya, now in human form, looking confused or as if awakening from a dream, with neither Devil nor Angel in sight. In Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Angel returns as a DLC character. In her ending, a celestial battle unfolds between Angel and Devil in the night sky. Despite Devil's laser attack, Angel counters with a protective wing and a shield of light. She releases a powerful shockwave, disintegrating Devil into light. A single white feather descends, landing on the back of an unconscious Kazuya in his human form. While it's unconfirmed that Angel represents Kazuya's good side, what we do know is that her primary goal was to prevent Kazuya's devil side from taking control. The outcome of their battle remains unknown, but given Kazuya's continued demonic nature, it's likely she didn't succeed. Harada and others' discussions about Angel leaves ambiguity regarding her nature. It's unclear if she's a genuine physical angel in a divine sense, or merely a representation of manifestation of Kazuya's former purity. If she were to make a return in Tekken 8, it would strongly suggest that she's a distinct entity separate from Kazuya.
Our journey into the episode commences with Akuma and his distinctive fighting style, the Ansatsuken. Despite its grim origins, this martial art stands out as one of the most iconic in the world, specifically designed for lethal combat, an attribute that places it atop our list of the greatest martial arts. You're likely familiar with its most renowned practitioner, the nomadic warrior Ryu. While under the tutelage of his master Goken, both Akuma and Goken initially studied under their master, Gotetsu, but upon grasping the violent nature of the Ansatsuken, including the Satsui no Hado, Goken rejected it. In contrast, Akuma embraced it wholeheartedly. After extensive training, Akuma challenged Gotetsu to a death match and emerged victorious. Although Gotetsu acknowledged his pupil's surpassing skill, this event marked the divergence of paths for the two brothers. While Goken went on to teach a non-lethal version of the style, Akuma fully embraced its deadly essence, evolving into an unstoppable force of nature. Proficient in close-quarter combat due to his mastery of the lethal Ansatsuken, Akuma possesses variations of the three most well-known moves, the Go Shoryuken, the Go Hadouken, Goken, and the Satsumaki Sakunkyaku. Akuma's prowess extends beyond being a mere lethal counterpart to Ryu. He boasts a repertoire of other techniques, including Hayakishu, commonly known as the Demon Flip, and Ashura Senku, a move akin to teleportation, rendering him impervious to attacks during its brief gliding state. Furthermore, Akuma wields a multitude of super moves, with one memorable instance involving a ground-shattering punch that unleashed explosive force, obliterating an entire island. While the precise power of this punch remains challenging to pinpoint, its magnitude falls within a broad range, estimated anywhere from 309 kilotons of TNT to a staggering 400 megatons. Notably, this punch, which sent Ryu hurtling into the water nearby, showcases Akuma's capacity for monumental feats. This includes his ability to split Ayers Rocks, a location situated in the heart of Australia. Undoubtedly, Akuma lives up to his status as the epitome of final boss material. Akuma possesses a V-skill named Rakan, a parry technique that adds a layer of defense to his formidable arsenal. However, no skill tucked up his metaphorical sleeve can rival the sheer potency of the Shungokusatsu, also known as the Raging Demon. This remains Akuma's most lethal technique, targeting the soul directly and burdening the victim with the weight of their sins. Yet Akuma's bags of tricks doesn't run dry there. By delving deeper into the Satsui no Hado, he can undergo a transformative state known as Shin Akuma. In this heightened form, Akuma experiences a boost in strength and speed, unleashing his full power upon his opponents. While his transformation is seldom witnessed in canon, Akuma's capability to access it underscores his mastery over the Satsui no Hado. For Akuma, the decision to assume Shin Akuma form is contingent upon deeming his opponent worthy of facing his ultimate might. Despite possessing the ability to transform, Akuma often demonstrates his incredible feats without resorting to Shin Akuma. He accomplished a remarkable jump from 4,000 feet below the ocean to the surface in a mere 3 seconds, obliterating a submarine in the process. This feat translates to a speed of around 3,000 miles per hour. Akuma's list of victories includes formidable opponents such as Gotetsu, Goken, and Gen. Moreover, he has left his mark by successfully eliminating Bison and Gil, two immensely powerful boss characters. Frequent confrontations with Ryu underscore the comparable nature of their abilities. Akuma's unwavering commitment to combat, however, presents a distinct downside, an exclusively offensive approach. He reserves the unleashing of his full power for opponents deemed strong enough to warrant Akuma's desire to surpass and defeat them. This commitment is exemplified on his Oni stage, where he seeks to surpass the world's biggest fighters, capable of challenging battle gods and cleaving moons in half. Now let's talk about Kazuya's power and strength. In the aftermath of World War II, the Mishima family emerged as a formidable force, initially focusing on military endeavors. Following Japan's defeat, they shifted their resources towards martial arts, establishing a renowned dojo that spanned generations. Heihachi and Kasumi Mishima, exemplifying unparalleled skill and love, gave rise to a child destined for greatness, Kazuya Mishima. Under his father's tutelage, Kazuya honed his skills until tragedy struck with the death of his mother, for which Heihachi was culpable. This heinous act fueled Kazuya's desire for revenge, leading to a tumultuous life marked by severe beatings and a harrowing fall from a cliff orchestrated by Heihachi. Astonishingly, at the tender age of 5, Kazuya survived the perilous descent. Seizing the opportunity presented by Heihachi's first King of Iron Fist tournament, Kazuya showcased mastery over the Mishima-style fighting karate, an art founded by his grandfather. His repertoire included iconic techniques such as the flash punch combo, lightning screw uppercut, and the family's signature 10-hit combo, culminating in the devastating dragon uppercut. Emerging victorious, Kazuya claimed the Mishima Empire for himself. However, the subsequent King of Iron Fist tournament took a dark turn. Heihachi emerged triumphant, casting Kazuya into a volcano, presumed dead by many, even during the events of Tekken 3. Yet in a surprising twist, Kazuya survived, thanks to the latent power inherited from his late mother, the Devil Jin. Kazuya Mishima, a formidable fighter with an infamous lineage, grapples with the extraordinary and ominous power known as the Devil Jin. Through relentless effort, he manages to master control over this malevolent force. However, fate takes an unexpected turn when his son, Jin Kasama, also inherits the Devil Jin, sparking a multi-generational family feud of unprecedented proportions. The Devil Jin, when fully harnessed, grants Kazuya the ability to transform into Devil Kazuya, a formidable form endowed with flight, enhanced speed, strength, and durability. In a dramatic confrontation, Heihachi Mishima, Kazuya's father, deploys a satellite laser on Kazuya's corporate building, Kazuya survives by tapping into the devil gene, exhibiting extraordinary resilience against a blast equivalent to 3.7 megatons of TNT. In a retaliatory move, Kazuya fires his own laser to destroy the satellite, demonstrating incredible speed at 2% of the speed of light. Not content with his devil form, Kazuya evolves further into the true Devil Kazuya, overcoming even the formidable Heihachi. His list of accomplishments is extensive, from winning the first King of Iron Fist tournament to surviving fatal falls that would have claimed ordinary lives. Leading the G Corporation, he gains public respect, defeating formidable opponents like Raven, and even triumphing over his father in a final, epic battle. However, Kazuya is not without vulnerabilities. Despite his overwhelming power, he faces defeat from his own family members. The Devil Gene, the source of his strength, also has specific weaknesses. The Kazama bloodline and the Archers of Sirius possess holy abilities that can exploit the vulnerability of Devil Gene users. Despite these weaknesses, Kazuya's transformation into Devil Kazuya is a testament to his formidable strength. While not invincible, his ability to unleash the power of a devil sets him apart as a force to be reckoned with. Yet the toll of maintaining his demonic form can wear him down, forcing him to revert to his base form. In conclusion, Kazuya Mishima is a complex and powerful character, marked by extraordinary feats and inherent vulnerabilities. His journey through battles, triumphs, and defeats showcases the intricate balance of strength and weakness that defines his character. One thing remains clear: crossing paths with Kazuya, especially when the Devil Gene is unleashed, is a risk few would be willing to take.
So, what do you like about Kazuya Mishima? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more theories and info. This has been your host, CB. Welcome to the center stage.